my friends. I wanted to come on and do a love reading. Mr. Crow's outside as I'm speaking. I wanted to come on and do a love reading, and I was hearing a very specific message, and I was actually hearing Mr. Crow this morning when this download came in, and it was about a clearer perspective regarding past, present, and future. So I feel like maybe you have a clearer perspective of what's going on in this connection, a clearer perspective of than you did before. And I also want to look at your person's perspective. So I'm going to be looking at, first I'm going to look at the energy around the two of you, and then we're going to look at your perspective regarding past, present, future, and then their perspective. And as I was getting that download, I was, puttering in the kitchen and I was filling up the fruit bowl, and I looked over and I saw this heart on this apple. So that's another thing I wanted to do, is there's a reason I looked at it when I was getting that download. So before I started your reading, I grabbed the Green Witch Oracle to look up an apple. And it says, "The future is assured, and hope is all around for whatever is going on at the moment. Now is a brilliant time to work on your vision for the future, on goals, and reevaluating past decisions." So I thought that was so neat that the download I was getting was past, present, future perspective. And this one is about your vision for the future and reevaluating past decisions. Apples also align with the energy of love, and especially on bringing romantic bonds closer together. Look at the individual elements of a situation a little more closely, and be sure that you stand strong in your unique qualities. Keep ideas to yourself at the moment. Anyway, I just thought that was really neat. Capricorn could be symbolic, but yeah. And after this reading, I'm going to eat this apple. So maybe you're working on your health right now with the apple. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at whose reading this is, and then we're going to get into your perspective of the past, present, future, and their perspective of the past, present, future. And tomorrow I have my surgery. I have a few readings to post for you guys while I take a few days off to recover. I'm supposed to be recovering for 6 weeks, but the doctor has told me that after a few days of rest, I can work because I sit on my butt to work. So he said it was okay if I resume working in like 5 or 6 days. So yeah, let's get into it. So this deck first. I hope you guys are well. Actually, let's shuffle. What am I doing? So we have not enough coming through. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, and ego issues. So I do feel like this was a connection that could have triggered fear and ego. It could have really triggered your lack of self-esteem. It's very dark here today. We have insane chemistry. I was hearing this could be a twin flame reading, so we'll see what happens here. And we have photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Let's cut the deck. The name Gregory could be symbolic. We have no bottom of the deck energy. I did peek at it. Twin flames, that's funny. So the top one talks about communication. So we'll see if that comes out, but we do have twin flames. That's what I was hearing, right? I was hearing this could be a twin flame reading. Yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. So you could be on the twin flame journey. Not an easy journey to be on. So let's see what we need to know for this collective. What do we need to know about this collective? All right, so we have not enough. Yeah. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, and ego issues. So I feel like that was triggered within this connection. You could have been acting from a place of feeling not enough. There could have been a fear of abandonment here. Because of lack of confidence on your side, you could have put up with less than you deserve. We have heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. I hope you're not still in that energy. I hope you're phoenixing out of it. I know that when, I'm hearing when you feel like this and there's a heartbreak, it can hit you really hard. The person you were dealing with could have been acting from a place of ego. So maybe it took them a while to hit this feeling of heartbrokenness if they were running. We have abundance, a more positive mindset, and that Apple thing talked about hope for the future. So I do feel like you're transitioning out of this heartbroken energy into a more positive mindset, which is really good, really good. And we'll see, again, we'll look at the perspective. And we have hands of cards. So interesting with the Apple, because this is about keeping your plans to yourself right now, keeping your cards close to your chest. So I feel like you're, holding back right now. That Apple card talked about it, keep it to yourself right now. I feel you're both holding your cards close to your chest right now. All right, let's get a few more for this collective. What do we need to know? And it's hard to, we have not today. So boundaries, avoiding conversations still hurt. So maybe you're not ready to talk to this person. They're not ready to talk to you. You could have put up boundaries. So we have ascending. Yeah, you're ascending out of that heartbroken energy and feeling not enough. You're phoenixing, I'm hearing. Transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Oh my goodness. And we have time with friends. We have this card. It says girl talk, but boy talk, person talk. Spending time with friends. Moving on, living in the moment. Clearer perspective regarding past, present, future. So you're trying to live in the moment. You're ascending out of this. Maybe you're working on hobbies, or I'm seeing the 3 of Cups, so maybe you're working on your hobbies or working on things that make you feel fulfilled, right? I want to get another one. I think you're trying to enjoy the present moment, live in the present moment right now. So maybe that heartbroken card is your person. We have love. Unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, beautiful, oneness, attraction. So you're really focusing on your self-love right now, unconditionally loving yourself. And I think that that's what this connection has taught you, twin flame connection. It's meant to bring you into union with yourself. All right, so that's what we have. Now we're going to look at the perspective. I might turn on a light. It's very dark in here. Let's turn on a light. All right, so I'm using a new deck today. I used it in a reading I recorded for you that'll be posted this week, but you haven't seen that yet. I can't remember what it's called. Sentis Mortis? Sentis Senti More? I don't know. Maybe I should go grab the box. I was so off. Compost Menti Tarot. I know you can't see it because it's mirrored. COMPOSMENTIS Tarot. Maybe those initials are symbolic. Anyway, I really love this deck, so I'm excited to share it with you today. So, you could be dealing with a runner. Surprise, surprise. All right, so what do we got on the bottom? We have the Ace of Swords. Clearer perspectives, right? Breakthrough moment, clarity, epiphany. I just love this deck. It's all black and white images. So we're going to start with you, my beautiful friend, and we're going to look at your perspective regarding past, present, and future, and then I'm going to pull a few other cards for you before we move on to your person. All right, so let's give the deck a shuffle and see what we've got going on the shuffle. We've got the Devil. So I feel like there could have been unhealthy patterns here. There could have been fear and ego issues, lack of confidence, shadows being triggered. You know, at one point you could have been quite obsessed with this. It's something that, you know, you kind of go through on the twin flame journey where you obsess about the outcome or you have this longing for your person. It's also about becoming more self-aware, befriending your shadow instead of denying your shadow, befriending it through self-awareness. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. The apple was also Capricorn energy. We have justice. So fairness, balance, honesty. You know, maybe in the past you're seeing, like, your past perspective is there was a lot of unhealthy behavior going on or codependency. Clearer perspective, you deserve justice, you deserve balance. Maybe this person needs to take accountability. Perhaps you've taken accountability for your shadows. I always do it 3 times. One more shuffle. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. So clearly there was some sort of energetic disturbance here, lack of flow between you. Friends could have gotten in the way of this connection. This can also symbolize third party coming in between you. So there could have been a karmic or a third party interference, which if they chose someone else over you, that definitely would have triggered your fear of abandonment, your lack of self-confidence. Because usually what we do is we internalize it. We think, well, what's wrong with us? What makes that karmic better than us? But I always say, someone choosing someone else over you doesn't actually have anything to do with you. It has to do with them. I almost see a tiny little heart there on this apple too. Anyway, I love that apple. I almost don't want to eat it. But I will eat it. All right, so let's cut the deck. And we're going to see how your perspective is now about the past of this connection. Oh my gosh. We have the Lovers. Look at this beautiful... I just love this deck so much. And we have the 6 of Cups. So clearly you felt a divine connection with this person, a soul connection that triggered childhood wounds. I'm seeing the panther. That girl is hugging a baby panther. It reminds me of the Strength card, actually. The only weird thing about this deck is that the numbering is off. So instead of the Fool being 0, why do I always have a hair during my readings? Anyway, instead of the Fool card being 0, it's 1, which throws everything off in this deck. Anyway, so clearly divine connection, soul connection. You know, your perspective may have shifted. Now I'm seeing the panther in the animal deck that I love, where the panther wreaks havoc, okay? So the panther pounces into your life and causes all kinds of chaos and havoc with the ultimate goal of guiding you towards a higher version of yourself. Very divine connection. So anything that's unnecessary is annihilated, is eliminated. So I feel like that's very symbolic for this connection. I feel like you and this person, the Devil and the Lovers, very intense bond. One that you can't seem to let go of. 6 of Cups, triggering childhood wounds that were waiting to be healed. And I think 5 of Cups, you know, look at the Mirror. So I feel like this connection kind of shattered how you saw yourself by breaking you down and then you building yourself back up again, you ascending, twin flame journey. And perhaps you were sitting in sadness and silence for quite some time before you ascended. My nose won't stop running, hang on. All right, so we're going to look at your perspective of this connection regarding the past. So how are you viewing the past, a version of this connection? Past version of this connection. We have the King of Swords and the 10 of Wands, so very heavy, very overwhelming. feeling like maybe emotionally burnt out, emotionally overwhelmed. The person you were dealing with could have had a lot of responsibilities on their plate as well, and maybe that was the third party interference that came in between you. Long journey, right? Confusing journey. Twin flame journey. We have, yeah, of course. We have the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So it feels like, you know what's funny is I think that looking back, you logically see that there was something off. Two of Swords, you know, this person could have been prioritizing work over you, or they could have chosen someone else over you. It feels like this connection became very stuck and stagnant in the past. Two of Pentacles. Here, let me show you these cards. They're so beautiful. As a photographer, I really like them. Two of Pentacles. So, Two of Pentacles, there was an unbalance here, an inconsistency in this person's energy, perhaps. And with the Two of Pentacles here, you could have felt like you were carrying the weight of this connection, right? You could have felt like it all fell on you because maybe you were the one chasing it or you were the one trying to hold it together with that card. And clearly this connection overwhelmed you. It felt quite heavy. And when you give and you give, you become emotionally burnt out. 10 of Wands. So it feels like this became very heavy or a heavy weight for you to bear. Two of Pentacles also talks about cognitive dissonance. So confusion between the head and the heart. So you could have been following your heart more and continuing from a lack of self-confidence or chasing. You could have been continuing to try and make this connection work. And I think looking back, now you see that logically, it wasn't going to work anyway. Like logically, you were giving too much. This was too overwhelming. It was too stuck and stagnant. With the King of Swords, you could have been dealing with someone who had a hard time taking accountability, or who was not showing up emotionally for you. Like maybe communication-wise, there was like inconsistent communication there, but kind of protecting their heart space, cold and withdrawn emotionally. And I feel like it could have caused you that cognitive dissonance, which if you were dealing with someone who was, you know, hot and cold, inconsistent, it can actually create codependency within you. So you could have definitely been struggling with codependency. Could have been dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think looking back, you're thinking, my standards should have been higher, right? King of Swords. You could have been in your head a lot about this connection, overthinking it. Remember, this is your perspective of the past. So let's see your perspective of the present moment. Your perspective of the present moment. All right, we have Queen of Swords. How interesting. So I gotta tell you, I've had a few collectives that have just been, I want to say stalking my energy. It's just, there's a certain few collectives that just keep coming through really strongly, which means there's a bunch of you, like there's a big collective. But look at this. Your current perspective is that you have higher standards now, that you know your worth. We have counterpart energy here with the King and Queen of Swords. You could be the same element. It doesn't even have to be air. This is also symbolic of counterparts in separation, in no contact, King and Queen of Swords. So I feel like your perspective currently is that you know your worth, healthy boundaries, right? Speaking your authentic truth. What was I saying? When I went to hit record again, this video started playing. It's a guy in a rainbow shirt, And he's like, that guy fumbled you? And I don't gender my readings. His reading was gendered, but that guy fumbled you? So that could be your current perspective is, I can't believe this person fumbled me. But anyway, the Queen of Swords is also about you having the strength to speak from an authentic voice, which when you're lacking self-confidence and you have fear, you have a hard time speaking from your authentic voice. So right now your perspective is, it looks like you're knowing your worth and you're not willing to lower your boundaries for those who don't honor them. Your current perspective, very interesting. I feel like right now you are very focused on Pentacles because we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles, and then we have the Moon. So I feel like right now you're focusing on shadow work, you're focusing on your Pentacles. I think that you have clarity about your shadows. We were talking about that in the very beginning of this reading. Befriending your shadows. I almost said your shower. Are you showering while you listen to me? Get clean. I feel called to say when you're showering, imagine releasing everything you no longer need. Especially like full moon, bath or shower. Visualize releasing everything that's no longer aligned with you. But anyway, what I am seeing is that your current perspective is that to have a long-term future with this person, 10 of Pentacles, they would need to heal, to do shadow work, to be a better teammate in love. I feel like your current perspective is you deserve someone who's not afraid to look at their shadows. You deserve someone who respects you. You deserve to have these higher standards. You deserve to have someone who works as part of the team, right? Because that 2 of Pentacles is not part of the team, not a good teammate. And you deserve long-term stability. I'm going to put all these back in when I do your person, just in case the same cards want to come out. So let's see your perspective for the future and what you want. Perspective for the future and what you want. Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So your perspective of the future, you want someone who invests in a connection the way you do. You could also feel like, you know, that it's going to be some time before you, if you want to be with this person, you see it come into fruition. I think you're hoping that the fruits of your labor will all be worth it. It will be, whether they come back or not. Can I just say that? It will be worth it, because whether they come back or not, you are evolving into a better version of yourself, which means you're calling in higher vibrations, I'm hearing higher level soulmate. So it won't be for nothing is what I'm hearing. But your perspective of the future is you want something grounded and stable. You want commitment. You want someone who adds to your life, not takes away from it. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't allow weeds in her garden. Their garden, not gendering. Although I just did gender. I didn't mean to. But you want someone who is invested in a connection as much as you are, right? Let me show you these. They're just so beautiful. Maybe you also feel like you'll have to handle this carefully. There we go. Aren't these beautiful? I've got that new deck love, like the emoji with the heart eyes. That's how I feel about my decks when I get them. All right, there goes my nose again. So clearly you don't want this person running. And 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So your perspective for the future, there needs to be positive change. If you're going to overcome this adversity, there needs to be positive change. You know, maybe you're Your perspective for the future is, I'm not going to act from that fear of rejection anymore. Hoping that this person heals from their fear of abandonment, runner energy. We have Ace of Pentacles, so you are hopeful for a new beginning with this person. But they would need to invest time and energy, right? Seven of Pentacles. So I just want to see your current energy before I move on to your person. What is the viewer's current energy? Judgment. Beautiful. Oh, you. You. So it looks like to me your current energy, just wait until I get into this. We have Judgment. Is there any boobies on that? No, I can show it. So your current energy is Judgment. So a lot of self-evaluation, being careful about the decisions you're making right now, knowing that the decisions you make now could affect your future. Spiritual awakening, rejuvenation, renewal. Beautiful. Could be heeding the inner call of your soul purpose. Yeah, mission! We have the Page of Pentacles, so this is showing me that you're really invested in your own growth, in your own stability. You could be starting a new project. You could be looking for a new job. You could be turning a creative. I have the right to be proud of my accomplishments and achievements. Affirmation for you. Fucking right you do. So it does look like you're working on your accomplishments right now. Beautiful. You could be studying magic. You could be studying spiritual things. But maybe even turning a creative hobby into a new endeavor, into an entrepreneurship. Your mission! And we have the King of Pentacles. Beautiful, stable, grounded. Focusing on your pentacles for sure. Maybe hoping that this mission or this new project or endeavor will bring you long-term stability for years and years to come. I feel like you are being the committed partner you wanted in this connection. I feel like you are showing up for yourself in huge ways and making decisions possibly about the future of your career or mission. I love it. Love it. Mission. Do it. All right. Let's get how you're feeling about this person. How are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person? Queen of Cups. So you could very much be protecting your energy right now for how you feel about this person. You could hope that clearly you feel an intuitive connection with them. You could be, you know, feeling like they've really helped you to heal by triggering you, right? By kind of tearing you down. You built yourself back up again. This is an energy of protecting your cup, though. So you could be more focused on self-love than this person right now. I think that you feel this person needs to heal with the Queen of Cups. Oh, these cards are beautiful. And they're not, you know, they don't look AI generated to me. There's nothing wrong with that. I have lots of decks where people use AI. There's nothing wrong with that. But these look like actual photos to me. So for how you feel about this person, first of all, we have the Four of Pentacles. So it feels like you've never been able to let this person go, even if you've tried. They still kind of, you know, you can still feel them. Four of Pentacles, you could be feeling like they held back from you, that they're holding back from you, that they're insecure. We have the frickin' Knight of Wands. Runner. So for how you feel about this person, they were inconsistent. They were hot and cold. On again, off again. Runner. Fear of commitment. That video is hilarious. It keeps playing anytime I go to record again. He fumbled you? He's an idiot. Would you want to be with an idiot? I don't want to be with an idiot. It's funny. Anyway. So yeah, runner energy, maybe immature player. For how you're feeling about your person, we have disconnect. Let me show you these cards first. We have disconnect. So you could even be feeling disconnected, or like there was a need to disconnect from this runner energy and focus on your self-love. And underneath the Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords. So you do have a clearer perspective. You do have clarity right now. All right, I want to get some more cards for you. I'm just going to clean up these ones. So I'm going to get you an animal card, my friend. Let's get an animal card for you. All right, animals. Let's see what comes out for you. All right, I'm just gonna, nope, I gotta shuffle again. I messed that one up. So let's see your current energy. The Panther. We have the Oyster. Are you working on your mission? Beautiful. Are you doubting your gifts? We also have the Vulture. What you thought was a tragedy. Heartbroken. Separation. Them choosing someone else. What you thought was a tragedy. Did I just say a blessing? What you thought was a tragedy. Heartbroken. Them choosing someone else. Separation. Actually a blessing in disguise. Repurification. You could be really tapping into your third. You could be having a third eye awakening here with the purple. And we have the Butterfly. Transition, transformation, evolving into your higher self, ascending. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, I want to look at this one because that could have something to, whoa, pulling my hair out. That could have something to do with your mission. I love the oyster. I almost said octopus. Patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. Don't you hide your inner treasures. We want to see them. We want to see them. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. Don't you dare take your inner gift for granted, or your third eye chakra, your intuition. Stop running. Stop running from your mission. This can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires and life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. I want to see it. When in balance, feels blessed, generous, masterful. When out of balance, reluctant, gripping, clams up. To bring into balance, share something. So you could be feeling scared to share your Page of Pentacles with the world. Share it. We all want to see your Page of Pentacles. All right, so let's get your current energy. What is your current energy? Are you working on your mission? The beaver. Did you see how obnoxious the beaver was? Heeding the inner call. So this is about working on your stability, your foundation. You could be prioritizing your family right now. Loyal, hard worker, family first. So you could be putting your family first, or even you first right now. That's beautiful. And the beaver talks about being a service to others, doing meaningful work. So even if it's not your mission, it feels like, I think for a lot of you, it could be your mission. But for some of you, you're working on something, Page of Pentacles, that makes you, it's meaningful to you. I love it. You could be working on your home right now. With that beaver energy, I'm seeing the Four of Wands. Hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcomed sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga or some selfless service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. Beautiful. To bring into balance, physical labor, selfless service, so being a service to others. Mission. Could be working on your mission. As I'm saying it. The dolphin. That was flipped over. Healer. Innately intelligent. Infinitely blessed. Strong spiritual practice. To bring into balance, spend time with like-minded individuals. The Friends card came out in the black deck. Your energy. Love, 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 love. The dolphin, where are you, dolphin? Innately intelligent healer, light blessings. The gift of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate that a profound blessing is on the way. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates own power. To bring into balance like-minded spirits. Beautiful. That's lovely. That's lovely. All right. So, beautiful energy coming out for you. And I want to get some of these cards. I haven't used these in a little while, so I'm just going to give them one shuffle. All right. So let's see your current energy, my friend. Your current energy. Show me the viewer. Show me the viewer. Empress! Yay! You are going places. All right. Spirit said stop. You are going places. Adventure, vehicle, vacation, trip, enterprise, movement, with the wind, swift, travel overseas. Beautiful. So it feels like you're on some type of voyage, soul voyage. You're moving forward. You're not remaining anchored to that dock or that counterpart is what I'm hearing. Beautiful. Maybe you're thinking about taking a trip. Do it. Take your trip. Okay, we have the Empress. Attraction and attractiveness in others and ourselves. Grace, charm, beauty, love, relationships, art, magnetism, abundance, pleasure, happiness. The Empress. I do not chase, I attract. Right? Divine feminine energy, trusting your intuition, surrendering control, trusting in the timing of things, really nurturing yourself. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. I do have one card there that's concerning. Detached, rest, silence. So you are trying to detach from the outcome. Go within, hibernate, self-reflect. Self-reflect, complete holidays, celebration. So you're letting this be right now. You're hibernating. So these came out together. The end of codependency. liberating yourself from those chains, from that codependency. So I feel like, you're releasing emotional baggage, restrictions, addictions, codependency, that feeling of being weighed down by this. You're freeing yourself from this. Transitioning, liberating yourself, taking that ankle weight off. We have the Clover, luck, happy coincidence, unexpected rendezvous, a fling, good fortune, carefree, a reward. Six of Pentacles energy. So you could be really focusing on helping others or focusing on connections where there's equal give and take and reciprocity. You could be feeling like you're experiencing a lot of luck right now. You could be seeing things that you see as coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. We have the Fish, resources, finances, investments, prosperous, King of Pentacles energy. That's the energy you're in. So it feels like you're really focused on your finances, or you could be experiencing abundance or trying to work towards attracting abundance in that positive mindset. And then we have Mortar and Pestle. Blend, brew, alchemy, concoction, medicine, breaking things down, making something else, potions, spell work. So you could be someone who, that Page of Pentacles, you could be someone who works with magic or spell work or potions. I don't do spell work or potions myself. But yeah, beautiful. So you're taking this, I always say, you're taking the lemons and you're breaking them down and making lemonade. Good job. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Let's get you a few more, just a few. Are you kidding me? This is the card I was seeing when I was standing in my kitchen getting this download, and I heard Mr. Crow, and I heard clearer perspective regarding past, present, future, and then I looked at that apple. This is it. This is it. Magical power, mystery. $22 could be symbolic. Two more. All right, we've got the Sun on the bottom. The bringer of life. Reason over instinct, self-realization, vitality, directed, creative, identity. Beautiful. The Sun, working towards your fulfillment, healing, beautiful. Clarity. Okay, we have communicate. You could be nervous to communicate with this person. You could have ADHD. Maybe you feel communication is coming. I don't feel like you are talking to this person. But you could be worried that you could be feeling very strong and worried, like, oh, what happens if they do communicate with me? Can I stand in my power? Or will I fall back? You could be nervous to talk to this person. We have the Bear, CEO, boss, judge, coach, finance, benefits, wealth, mama bear, protective. So I feel like you're being that mama bear to yourself, whatever your gender is. You're being that mama or papa bear. You're protecting your own energy. Strong, large, muscular, rich, affluence, hairy. Maybe you're working on your muscles. We have Geese, on a quest, migration, relocation, dependable, know where you're going. Cyclical, faithful. You're on your journey, all right. And we have the Moon. Beautiful. So very intuitive, dreamy, artistic, compassionate, sympathetic, perceptive, tender, humane, sensitive. Shadow work, trusting your intuition. On the journey of a divine feminine. I think you're one of the collectives that know this isn't about union, it's about coming home to yourself. So that's what you're focused on. You're on the journey home to yourself. Beautiful. I love it. All right, I am going to get a few of these black cards. I was on the fence about whether or not I was going to get them, but do you know what I noticed though? I don't think you're focused on your person right now, because nothing about your person actually came out. I think you're focused on your purpose. All right, so let's just see what your focus is. Healing, definitely healing. All right. Nothing. All right, so what is this person's focus right now? You could be very focused on your home. I know this says it's about eyes, so maybe hazel eyes, green eyes are symbolic, but I feel like you're focused on coming home to yourself right now. All right, so what is your focus right now? Could you guys hear that? It was my kid laughing downstairs. They've got such a funny laugh, it's contagious. No contact. Okay. So clearly, I do think that you're seeing, ooh, this is so lovely. I do think that you are seeing their name everywhere. We have names. But perhaps it's not affecting you the way it once did. You know? But I do still think you see their name everywhere. We have no contact. So staying strong and no contact. We have age gap, so there could be an age gap between you and your person. We have acceptance, so accepting that you don't have control over this. If you love something, let it go. If it's meant to be, it'll come back. I believe that what is meant for you will not pass you by, so it is like you're surrendering to the journey. And my favorite, inner union. You're focused through no contact on coming into inner union with yourself. You're accepting, and I said it before I got these cards, I think you're the collective that's in acceptance that this journey is about coming home to yourself. Union with your person, icing on the cake. Let's get a few more. What is your focus right now? Kundalini awakening. So you're focused on your own awakening, focused on maybe activating all your chakras, focused on healing. One more. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Empress energy. Divinely protected, I'm going to take that. So trusting in the universe that you're divinely protected, that this was blocked for your highest good, I'm hearing. We have Kundalini awakening. So you could have gone through a Kundalini awakening, or you could still be, you could be working on your chakras here, your chakra alignment. Ooh, you're working on your divine masculine energy. That's good. So your divine masculine energy is your confidence, knowing your worth, taking action towards things you feel inspired to take action towards, not this person, but your mission and other things. Releasing fixer patterns over people. Beautiful. So you've got both energies, divine feminine and divine masculine. So you're looking very balanced. We have healing and rejection. So your healing being rejected, maybe from this person, or your fear of rejection, wounds around rejection and abandonment. Beautiful. And maybe unless this person heals, you're like, no, I'm going to reject that. All right, so I'm going to shuffle this deck and we're going to get your person's perspective of past, present, future. We have the Two of Cups. Clearly there was a connection here. There were feelings. Two of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords. So maybe in the past you were chasing this person. The Knight of Swords is also like being very impulsive, reacting impulsively. One more shuffle. I'm actually just going to do that for a minute. Six of Wands. This person could have been acting from a place of ego. They could be watching you online. If you're a healer online, they could be watching you. I just saw the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands. So let's cut the deck. And we're going to have a look at their perspective about the past. Four of Cups. Missed opportunity. Like they didn't appreciate you when they had the chance. They're not happy with the way things have ended. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, that card came out for you and I forgot to mention it for your current energy. Dang. I totally forgot to mention it for you in current energy because I got excited. I got really excited and I completely forgot. Maybe it was on the bottom. But Nine of Pentacles, you know, for you, glow up energy, thriving in your independence, attracting a lot of attention. I feel like this person, you know, maybe they had a fear of giving up their independence. I think they're looking at you now, feeling like they've missed out on an opportunity. Remember what that person was saying. They fumbled you. All right, so let's see. I want to see their perspective of the past of your connection, what they're thinking now about the past. What is their perspective of the past? Their perspective. Hang on, that wants to come out. What is their perspective of the past? Okay, we've got the Five of Wands. Almost looks like Dark Night of the Soul, doesn't it? Something about the neck being exposed. I think that I watched too many nature documentaries about birds. But I think that they felt very vulnerable with you, or I think there was a fear of vulnerability with you. But anyway, Five of Wands, their perspective about the past, there was a lot of conflict, disagreements, blockages, external factors. We have, oh buddy, look at that. Why am I saying that again? I was saying it in a reading the other day. That's not something I say. So these came out in reverse, their perspective of the past. Temperance in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So one person putting in a whole lot of effort. Interesting. So I feel like this person is realizing there was an imbalance, that they were prioritizing other things over this connection. We have Sagittarius energy, Eight of Pentacles, so it could have been work. But this is someone like Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this person was hyper fixated on work, but this is also about not putting effort into love. Like this is their perspective of the past. They weren't putting effort into this and it became unbalanced. So I feel like they're also having an epiphany about this. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. I already know what it means. This person could have been a workaholic. And like I said, temperance in reverse is an imbalance of energy, not equal give and take. They could be feeling like you weren't patient enough with temperance in reverse, or they weren't patient enough with you. What else do we have? Three of Pentacles in reverse. So their perspective is that I'm hearing they understand now that they weren't showing up as a good teammate. Like all of these cards are about not being a good teammate in love, neglecting a connection, an imbalance of energy. And I don't think that was you, my friend. I think that you gave a lot to this. There's two more cards here, three more cards. Let's look at them together. I don't know what they are. I know Six of Cups. So this is someone who definitely felt instant soul recognition with you, soul familiarity. Could have triggered childhood wounds, right? We have the sun. Interesting. So there was a lot of, there was fulfillment here. There was a feeling of happiness or you being a light in their life, but I feel like they fumbled it. Ace of Swords. I feel like this person is gaining clarity about this. So you could have triggered something in their communication. They could have failed to communicate how you were making them happy, but they were, a workaholic. I feel like you were this light in their life. They probably enjoyed talking to you. But those cards, all in reverse, showing an imbalance of energy. They weren't showing up. They weren't focused on this connection. Maybe they weren't looking for love when they met you. Maybe it happened really suddenly and they weren't even thinking about long-term love. Let's see their perspective about the future. Perspective about the future. Seven of Cups is underneath that Five of Wands, so it feels like this person feels like they were prioritizing other things over you. What is their perspective of the present moment? Eight of Cups. Okay. So their perspective currently is that you've walked away towards your fulfillment, that you're done accepting less than you deserve. We have the Page of Cups. So that is really interesting because it shows the Page of Cups is about a new perspective. So their perspective of this situation right now is they have a new perspective over whatever their perspective was in the past. You would know their perspective. It's shifted. They could feel like you have new love in your life. Maybe you do. We have the Chariot. So it feels like this person's perspective is, they need to come towards you. If they need to come towards you and show you that they have a new perspective or that they've had a perspective shift. But I'm also hearing, like with these two cards, they see you moving forward. They see you going places without them. And there is a desire to reconnect with you with the Page of Cups. I forgot to show you some of these. Aren't they nice? Focus. Look, their perspective, you're not focused on them. You're focused on forward movement. Ace of Wands, Six of Pentacles. So their perspective, like if they're going to take action, they better come in with equal give and take is what I'm hearing. What is their perspective of the future? Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles. All right. Whoa. So this is very interesting. We have their perspective of the future. I think they think you could get anybody you wanted. Because we've got the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Swords. So I feel like this person knows that their perspective is that you'll attract other people in if they don't come towards you. That when they do come towards you, they need to come towards you with honesty, clarity, accountability, stability, more mature, and they need to take bold action. It's interesting, all those kings. Because right away I heard that this person thinks you have endless opportunities in your future to attract love in. But this person does want a fresh start with you. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So they know if they come towards you, they have to come forward with a stable offer. Nine of Cups. They're trying to stay positive here. They hope to have a successful outcome with you. All right, let's see their current energy. Current energy. What is their current energy? Seven of Pentacles. Waiting. Waiting for the right time to invest is what I'm hearing. Page of Swords. So they are gaining more information or trying to get more information. They're learning something here. Waiting for the right time to communicate. Watching you. Like this person is working on some sort of writing here. And then Seven of Pentacles waiting. So they could even be already drafting this message. No, my battery's dying. This person's current energy. Oh, we've got the Nine of Wands. So this person is feeling worn down. Their self-improvement, you know, they could be working through their baggage. Self-improvement with the Nine of Wands. I feel like they're determined to persevere. We have the Devil in reverse. Interesting. So trying to become more self-aware. Healing unhealthy attachments, toxic patterns, releasing third parties, that type of thing. It's no wonder they're feeling like that. Let's confirm that. Their current energy. The Hierophant. Two of Pentacles. So they could be on the fence a little bit about maybe there's a marriage they need to release. The Two of Pentacles, you know, they're trying to find balance in their life right now. They're trying to find that balance. But it almost feels like they go back and forth here with when to come in. And for some of you, there's something here, they could be releasing something, a third-party interference. I want to see... Actually, I'm going to come back to this deck. Hang on. I want to get an animal card for this person. Their current energy, Spirit. Show me their current energy. We have the Fish. The Fish. Could be dealing with a Pisces or a water sign. The Fish. Why can't I ever find this fish? Restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. Changes mind. So it feels like this person keeps, in terms of coming towards you, I feel like they keep changing their mind. So Spirit, show me this person's energy, please. That's connected to my viewer. We've got the Raccoon. So it does feel like this could be shadowy in hiding. So they're kind of hiding from you right now. They could be watching you in the shadows. Oh, look at that. We have the Bunny. So timid, afraid, nervous, timid to approach you. Let's see what's coming out for them. How interesting. So they're working on their stability right now. They're working on their home. Repurification, rebalance in their energy. Their energy is being purified right now. What you thought was a tragedy was actually a blessing in disguise. Very interesting. They did get the Two of Pentacles, so they're trying to work on their balance. But like I said, it's like they changed their mind with what to do here. So still a little bit of battle between head and heart. And here we have head and emotion. I'm going to get one more for them. Wow, you have similar energy with the beaver. They could be focused on stability right now. It's in the upright though, so that's good. That means they're not focused on work in like hang on. They're not focused on, whoa. They're not focused on work in a negative way. They're finding stability. The cheetah. So the cheetah is masculine energy. It's about momentum. So this person is moving in the right direction. And this card talks about reconnect to the why you ran before you start running again. So that's very good masculine energy. And we have the zebra. So this person could be quite eccentric. Maybe they're neurodivergent. It looks like this person is going through some sort of like third eye activation as well. This person could be someone who travels. That's really good. Or just movement towards you, traveling towards you, right? Fire energy. Also, the zebra reminds me of temperance with the balance, the black and white stripes. Where is fire? There it is. Envisioning a future. Young at heart. This person could be doing volunteer work, especially with the beaver. So that, my friend, is overall good energy. It's good energy. All right. This one. Let's see what they're currently going through. Show me this person's energy. Show me this person's energy. All right. The raccoon, problem solver. The raccoon. We have communication. So they are thinking about communication. Unite, connecting, integrate, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. So I think they're trying to figure out how to build this bridge between the two of you. They've definitely got communication on the mind. Wanting a new beginning. New perspective. New perspective. Wanting a new beginning, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree, inexperienced, new perspective. Death and rebirth energy. We have the anchor, so this person is working on their stability. I think they're also thinking about commitment, where to drop anchor. Stable, enduring, solid, steady, restrain. So they're having to restrain themselves from running towards you is what I'm hearing. Connect to the why before you start running. So I think they're really having to restrain themselves from coming forward. Willpower. Long-lasting. Persists. So I feel like they want, I feel like they want something long-lasting with you, so they know they have to come in right. We have earth element, practical, grounded, solid, dutiful, measured, conservative. They could be ADHD. I just said Concerta, which is an ADHD med. Realistic, methodical, dependable, duty-bound. So this person could have a lot of responsibilities. Stork, transformation, change. Good. That's good. Active, renew, restless, arrive, depart, move, renovate, slender, tall, magnet, longing, desire. So there is that, listen, that runner-chaser dynamic, right? The magnets, twin flames. When you are in chaser energy, it repels them. They run. When you turn that energy around like you are and start focusing on yourself, it causes that magnet. Anyway, there seems to be a magnetic pull towards you right now. With that magnet, longing, desire, trying to restrain themselves. They got the twin flame card. That's what I mean. I feel like you're focused on the twin flame journey in the sense of you. I think they're awakening to what this is. Twin flames, divine partner, soulmate, activated heart chakra. Their heart chakra is being activated. Balancing yin and yang energy, the zebra, temperance. Reflection, other self, catalyst, awakening, mirror, reflection. Very positive. They could even know what a twin flame is now. Maybe they wandered onto the Google. 2 more for your person. All right, so tangled up, complicated circumstance, all tied up. So they unraveling though. So this complicated situation, they could still have some complications in their energy, which is why they're not coming forward. We have new perspectives, wanting a new beginning. So 2 new perspectives, like regarding this connection, regarding the past of this connection, regarding what they want for the future. Very good. You just keep doing what you're doing. You don't need to chase this person. Wounded masculine, so they could still be in their wounded masculine energy. Hopefully they're working on it. I see them working on it. I feel like you were getting wounded masculine energy in the past. Someone, a workaholic, hyperfixated on work, defensive, argumentative, aggressive. All right, let's see their focus right now. Show me this person's focus right now. All right. We've got abandonment. So maybe right now this person is struggling with their own abandonment wounds. They could be reflecting on how they abandoned this connection. Time and space, so taking time and space. You inspire me. You do inspire me. I think that you inspire them to heal. Maybe you even inspire them to take time and space to heal. We have Archangel Michael, so this person, divine intervention right now. You're being divinely protected. They could even be wanting to protect you from their energy if they're still in that wounded masculine energy. If they feel like there's a chance they could hurt you, they could be protecting you right now by not coming in. Willpower restrains, so they're actually restraining themselves. They love you, realizing that they love you through time and space. Now, your person may be married, or they're thinking about their fear of commitment. It's going to differ with some of you. Let's confirm this marriage card. Your person could be an Aries. Okay. So we do have wounded masculine, which would show somebody with a fear of commitment. So I do believe that this person has a fear of commitment. Hot and cold, that Knight of Wands energy, fear of commitment. Now, if your person is married, they could be in that hot and cold energy about leaving this connection, like leaving the marriage. We also have right person, wrong time. So, they could be feeling like you were the right person, but they weren't ready for marriage, or that, they were married when you met them. Let's get 2 more. Separation, dark night of the soul. Remember I said I saw on that 5 of Wands, it looks like they're going through a dark night of the soul. So we do have separation here. Through this separation, they're experiencing this dark night of the soul. Perfect. We have clearing and healing karma. And I said I was seeing them releasing karmic interference, whether that's a marriage, whether that's a third party, whether that was work. Guess what didn't come out? Being focused on finances. So right now they're focused, dark night of the soul, clearing and healing karma. They're feeling like you were the right person, but the timing was wrong. Healing abandonment wounds. Come on. There we go. All right, so back to tarot. I'm curious if I'm going to have enough battery to finish this. Back to tarot. So, did I look at their current energy? I did. I want to see how they're feeling about you right now. How is this person feeling about you right now? All right. Okay. Oh, Two of Cups. So, wanting to reunite with you, wanting to have a conversation with you. Clearly, they love you. Two of Cups. But we have strength in reverse. Look at the zebra. Strength in reverse. So this person is lacking the confidence to come towards you for this conversation right now. This person could be feeling like you triggered their ego. There's a lot of uncertainty and fear when it comes to you, my friend. If you even feel the same way anymore. This is how they're feeling about you. Uncertainty and fear, lack of confidence. So it's really triggering them to step up into that masculine energy. We have the King of Pentacles. So I do feel like there is an energy of commitment here. And like this person knows, maybe they're afraid they can't be the partner you deserve. That's sad. Five of Swords in reverse, wanting reconciliation, wanting to make amends. But again, I'm hearing like they don't feel like they deserve you, or they don't. There's a lack of confidence here. And there's uncertainty and fear if you would even take them back. They're overthinking, all right. Trapped in the mind, Eight of Swords. Look at that water coming in. Maybe they feel like they're running out of time. And we have the Hanged one. So this person, new perspectives, but waiting. I think they're waiting until they feel more confident. Let's see what their intention towards you is. What is their intention? Oh my goodness. Four of Wands. I think they do have marriage on the mind. Three of Wands. So their intention is to grow, to progress towards you, have a healthy start, a healthy relationship with you, leading to union, leading to marriage. Ascending, preparing for union. That's what this looks like. So I do feel like their intentions are to reunite with you. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, healing and recovery. An honest conversation. Intentions. Oh my gosh. The Emperor and Justice. So they want to come forward with an apology, accountability. They want to step up and take the lead here. Balance. Make things right. Honesty and truth. Maybe for some of you, if this person is married, they need to let go of that marriage first so that nobody gets hurt. Let's see what action they're taking towards you. Time frame. Let's do 3 months. 3 months? Let's look. Actions in the next 3 months. 6 of Swords. Whatever that is, it didn't want to come out. So we do have the Knight of Cups. 6 of Swords would be 6 weeks. So Knight of Cups, a romantic message. An offer. Come on and focus. 6 of Swords. So wanting to reconnect, wanting to reconnect after a disconnect, wanting to move into calmer waters. We have the King of Cups. Holy moly. I said 3 months. We have 6 of Swords, which would be 6 weeks. King of Cups. Someone coming towards you. Romantic message with a balanced head and heart. I feel like they're coming forward in a more mature way with an offer of love. Balanced head and heart. Not reactive. Wanting to put in effort. The shadow of the King of Cups is low effort. So I feel like this person coming towards you wanting to put in effort. What do you need to know about this person? What do you need to know about this person? Page of Swords. This person is learning right now. They're gathering more information. So I don't think they're ready to talk right now, Page of Swords. But they've learned a lesson here. We also have death. So this person has been through a transformation, wanting a new beginning. 9 of Pentacles. So for some of you, this person needs to be independent before they come back towards you. And I kept seeing releasing a third-party interference. For what you need to know about this person, they are evolving, transforming into a higher version of themselves. But I feel like they're just at the, you know how when you spiritually awakened or when you started evolving, maybe you felt like a novice or a newbie? I think that's the state that they're in right now. I release worries and immerse myself in this moment. Affirmation. That's what your person needs to do. So, for what you need to know about this person, I don't know what my mouth is doing. They still need to learn some more things before coming in. There's still some maturing to happen here. For some of you, they're already in an independent energy. All right. What does this person want you to know? What is this? Now we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom as well. So there is change in their energy. But you keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. What does this person want you to know? King of Swords. This person is gaining clarity. I think they do have clarity about this situation, but they're remaining emotionally withdrawn right now. 3 of Swords. I feel like this person has clarity about what caused this separation, how they hurt you. Like I'm hearing they want to take accountability for 3 of Swords for hurting you. Judgment. They've done a lot of self-evaluation. I'm paranoid my battery's going to run out, so I'm just going to stop this one and then I'll get channeled messages in case my battery dies, because I don't want to lose this video. All right, so channeled messages from this person. Channeled messages from this person. Let's just get a few. I am changing slowly, but change takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Please don't give up on me. All right. What does this person want to say to you? I doubt this relationship because you are too good to be true. Are you real or is this just a mirage? What does this person want to say to you? I'll just go once through the deck. All right. So we do have, you can't read that. I don't want to talk right now. Remember that not today card. I need some space to think and process my thoughts. I've never felt a connection this intense before. Honestly, it was love at first sight and the rest is history. You've changed me for the better. I am breaking generational curses and moving forward towards you. My life is so empty without you in it. I regret pushing you away and want another chance. So clearly this person pushed you away. During this time apart, I've done a lot of self-reflecting and recognize how deep our connection is. You've changed me. I see the light and I am listening to my higher self. I will return home to you. Our love story will inspire others and will help change the world. And this one, I'm going through a dark night of the soul. I am completely lost, broken, and searching for answers. So they are awakening, dark night of the soul. So you keep doing you. You're doing amazing. And I'm sending you lots of love and light. And I will see you guys. I'll have readings up, but I'll see you guys. I'll catch you on the flip side. I'll see you in a few days after my surgery. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.